Theorizing that one could travel within his own lifetime, Dr. Sam Becket stepped into the quantum leap accelerator and vanished. He woke to find himself trapped in the past, facing mirror images that were not his own, driven by an unknown force to change history for the better. His only guide on this journey is Al, an observer from his own time, who appears in the form of a hologram that only Sam can see and hear. And so Dr. Becket finds himself leaping from life to life, striving to put right what once went wrong, and hoping each time that his next leap will be the leap home.
The Fantasmagorium show proudly presents In the Loop, a quantum leap celebration. Priest fights and a hepped-up fashion model gets chased by a lion. This week have an intense couple of leaps. I am Scotty R37, Antiderivative Jill is here, and Steve will be calculating the odds on how Ziggy gets us out of here. How are you today, Jill?
I'm doing wonderful. I really love Quantum Leap, but I'm not too sure about these two episodes.
No, there's very little science fiction. This is just a Sam and Al show.
That, and also they kind of feel like filler episodes, but it's really hard to follow what might be the best 3 episodes in Quantum Leap.
True. And that's something like maybe they could have broken them up. I don't want to be a showrunner for a 1990 television show, but like that was an intense character exploration, and now we're back to just sort of the episodic save a person of the week.
Right. For once we got to get in really deep into Al and Sam's brothers' history and Vietnam stuff was all really great. And then we're going into some very serious issues this week.
Very serious issues. I suppose. Like I was on the edge of my seat during the priest episode because I didn't know what the priest had done to Al. And then luckily it was just a crisis of faith.
Right. It did seem like something really traumatic had happened to him. Because expect that it has to be really bad for somebody who survived PTSD.
Yeah.
In Vietnam and all that as a prisoner of war, but then it was just that. It was just a tragedy.
Well, it was a tragedy, but it was also sort of like the first time that he lost faith. So, and we've been having a lot of, this is kind of a highway to heaven show. It's a soap opera. It's got a higher power in it. There's God stuff.
Right. God stuff. It makes sense, but it's also kind of inconsistent because when there was an episode in season 1 where Sam was also boxing in that episode too. And he was trying to help a sister build a church.
Yes.
And Al didn't have any trouble being in church that time.
That's true, but also Al has a penchant for the ladies, whether they be nuns or not. He has a softer side to help nuns. And his dispute wasn't with the church; it was with God. It's God himself, God itself, God herself. Alanis Morissette from Dogma.
So if the father was a mother, he would have been better off.
I think it would. Yeah, I think he would have been totally fine.
Well, A Leap of Faith first aired on October 12th, 1990. Let's see.
We do. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yes, we do. We have chat, don't we?
We do have chat. Todd Michael is here, or was here first in the chat. Thanks for being here, Todd Michael. Leap of the heart. A leap, even. Yes. Is that a faith of the heart?
Leap of faith of the heart.
Yes. Leap of faith
because
of the heart.
Because Scott Bakula.
Because Bakula. Television's Harrison Ford. And a leap, even. Matt G is here. Hello, Matt G.
Matt G.
And Canadian Spidey is here. Hey, Spidey.
Hello, Canadian Spider-Man.
I wasn't told that I'd be calculating anything. What is the compensation? Pie? Punch? No. Nope. There, you were told that there was punch and pie. Sadly, there's no punch and pie. But
Man, then what am I doing here?
I don't know. I was promised punch and pie. Yes, those were lies. The cake is a lie. We leap into, is it 1969?
Well, the episode itself, A Leap of Faith, first aired on October 12th, 1990. And the story was by Nick Harding, Karen Hall, and Tommy Thompson, with the teleplay by Tommy Thompson. And it was directed by James Whitmore Jr.
Mm-hmm.
And so Sam leaps into Father Frank Bastano.
Everybody calls him
to
Frank.
prevent a murder on August 19th, 1963.
1963.
So not 9.
No.
In Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Which apparently still has the death penalty in 1963. I don't know if that is still a thing that is in Pennsylvania. But they do. There is a possibility of a death penalty happening in this episode. So yeah, I guess serious issues.
Right. And it's a kid too. Like, how old is this? They never say how old Tony is. And
Tony's like 20.
He's old enough to be charged as an adult and get the death penalty. So
now I don't have any Star Trek references for this episode, but Tony in this episode is the same actor, Danny Nucci. He played Leonardo DiCaprio's best friend in the hit film Titanic. He was Fabrizio.
Oh, great. That's fun.
Yeah.
That's something. Not Star Trek, but they're still on the ship.
Yes, they are still on the ship. Actually, if you did want he does play an officer on the submarine in the movie Crimson Tide, in which there is a Star Trek conversation between Denzel Washington and Danny Nucci. But that's a deep cut. I should have got the clip for that one.
Yes. Clips are always great. If you can get a clip, everybody's going to have more fun.
Yes. Leaping right into the middle of a marriage or a wedding. And then
we have the critics of the wedding.
Statler and Waldorf themselves.
Mm.
Statlerina and Waldorfia. But we are introduced to Mac.
Mac, yeah, he's dealing with having to lead a funeral for Sonny, who's only 12, and he was hit by a train, and Mac knows it wasn't an accident.
Yes. So
and that's our mirror reveal.
That is. Which, you know what? I like how they have the mirror reveal early on in this one, and then they bring it back again when Sam starts doing like Taekwondo.
Mm-hmm.
So that was cool. But we are at the funeral, and Joey and Tommy are out stealing things in the parking lot, and then they show up to the funeral of the boy that Max suspects Tony killed.
Well, we really don't know that that's the case until, I guess, Sonny's mom calls him a murderer. Somehow she knows.
Yes.
And so everybody knows the whole episode. It's not a murder mystery. There's no mystery here. Everybody knows it's Tony.
And why don't they arrest him? Oh, because they never actually have an eyewitness on it.
Yeah, they don't have any proof. They only have,
right.
But they do have an eyewitness for the murder at the gas station.
Yes, which Tony was witnessed doing. Yeah.
Yeah, and so one of the witnesses was already killed. That was Sonny. Sonny was killed for witnessing that murder.
Mac claims that he saw the murder as well.
Yeah, so he's going to testify against Tony, and Tony doesn't want that. So he's going to kill Mac.
According to Ziggy, yes.
Mm-hmm. That's what Ziggy says.
Yeah.
Oh, and for your bingo card, we have Sam and Al talking in public.
Yes, it happens in both episodes. It's great.
So that's a freebie.
Nice. we will be showing, actually, I should be filling these in. But yes, we are on the street, just sort of assessing what is going to be happening with Mac, and why we are here. And the situation is that, Mac is going to get murdered. So, and Al's very standoffish in this episode. He keeps walking away, keeps leaving, doesn't want to stay and help. But anyway, they're in the church, and then the large crucifix in the church does attempt, or it doesn't try anything. It's an inanimate object, Scott. It is alleged that Tony pushed the cross to land on Mac, thusly killing him.
That's what Sam thinks happened.
Yes. Do you think that happened? I think that happened.
Sure, yes, but they couldn't catch him.
Right.
He's very quick.
And he is. And he's little. He is a young, spry man. And so we find out that Mac is quite the functioning alcoholic. And so they go and they get a drink. He finishes off a bottle of bourbon. And Sam doesn't drink with him, which is interesting. He's sort of a teetotaler, this Sam Becket. And
Mac is drinking because he suffered PTSD from being in a war, in some kind of
Yes, he does bring out old pictures of his troop, his platoon, his brigade, his army guys. Anyway, so with the concerns that Mac allays to Sam, and Sam is like, okay, well, I got to go talk to Tony. I got to go find out what's going on with Tony. He heads to a seedy bar where there's just rock and roll music and dancing, and people are making out in booths. And Sam says, I want to talk to you. And Tony's basically like, don't push me, Padre. And so nobody can prove anything, but he still wants to talk to him to try and dissuade Tony from killing Mac. But it starts a bar fight.
Two priests walk into a bar.
And one does karate.
Yeah. And I like when Sam pulls the plug on the jukebox and some of the people keep dancing.
Oh, yeah. Well, and see, that's an interesting production error because typically there wouldn't be any music. Like you'd add it out all in post, right?
Right. Oh, so they don't know when to stop dancing.
Exactly. Okay, so you can't get the dialogue if the music is actually that loud.
Makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And I like how Sam explains that he knows these martial arts moves because he watched old Chinese movies.
Yes. And we go and we visit the location of the death of Sonny. This is where he was on the tracks. And yeah. So, what is this? Joey sneaks up, doesn't he?
Yeah, Joey, that's Tony's little brother.
Mm-hmm. He sneaks up, and Sam reacts, and they have a conversation about what's going on with life, the universe, and everything with Tony's brother. And Joey wants a light. He was going to have a cigarette, and then ultimately, what it comes down to,
right, kids smoking. That's in this. Kids
smoking Lucky Strikes.
Drinking.
Yep, it was 1963. And so he says, you got to talk to your brother. You got to make it so that he doesn't try and do this thing.
Yeah.
And so he says, well, we got to survive. We got to do what we got to do. And so obviously Joey is not impressed. He's still fearful of what's going to happen. I don't think does he come back and be like a helper sidekick at the end here?
I
don't think so.
No, he doesn't. So. He does his performance well, but I don't think he does that.
No. Like the child actor was fine. But we have I guess for the orphans, I don't know, or Mac just has a boxing class where Sylvester Stallone in Pennsylvania is. He wasn't going to be able to make it to the heavy bag session that afternoon because he was working in a butcher shop. And so Sam says, I saw a movie where a guy used a side of beef as a heavy bag, and side of beef. Yo. And so, yeah, he closes his locker, and it ends up being Sylvester Stallone, writer
Well,
of Rocky.
this
Wrote Rocky.
episode's so serious. I was happy to see this. It was funny.
It was a nice, cute moment. Yes, whenever the famous people show up, it's great. So that is Sylvester Stallone with his Rocky hat.
Right. And it seems to fit because when Stallone was a teenager, he did move from New York City to Philadelphia to live with his mom in his teens. So it actually, I didn't see a reason why this might not have happened.
Huh. We'll have to ask. We'll tweet at him. We'll tweet at Sylvester
No,
Stallone.
I don't really think that Sam Becket influenced Sylvester Stallone in that particular scene for Rocky.
You know what? The best thing would be is if we tweeted at him and asked him that, and he said yes. Like, not even knowing what we were saying, just agreeing to it. It would be great. Sylvester Stallone, I think he would play along. Yes, I did meet Sam Becket.
He might. He is an actor.
But yeah, so there's going to be a conversation about what's going on between Tony and Mac, and don't do anything that maybe you should get out of town because you're going to die. You're going to get killed. And Mac is not having any of it. He doesn't want to run. He's never run away from nothing in his life.
Joey says that Mac first says he's not going to run away. That's right.
And it's just like, get out of town, take a vacation. We just need you to not die. This is what we're trying to do here. And so he's not running away. So he's taking over, or Sam is going to take over Confession, because he ends up like socking him out pretty good. They trade real punches in this. It's not play fighting. It was men boxing. Old men. Like, well, Mac is old. Sam was obviously holding back until the end.
Mm-hmm. And Joey also tells his brother to run away, but Joey tells him that Tony should run away to Canada.
Oh, I remember that, yeah. I'm Tony. No. I'd be way too young. But so Sam goes to cover Mac's confessional session.
Yes.
And that's why we get the robe. And also, I had always wondered, because I don't think I had seen this episode before. I always wondered what the shot in upcoming credit sequences are when it's Sam running in the priest's robes. And now I know it's this one. So I finally saw it, and I have context for that leap.
Nice.
And
hey, also, hey, Cam. We're learning here also about Al and his dad. Is this that part?
Yes, this is where Al says that when his father put him and his sister in an orphanage, his father did eventually come back.
And, he got some money from oil fields, and he came back.
Saudi Arabia.
And came back and bought the kids a house.
Yeah.
And then he got sick.
And it got worse.
Mm-hmm. And worse.
And he said, all you can do is pray for me, son. And so that's what Al did. He went to the church every day, and he prayed until
his dad died.
Right. And so at which point we understand the animosity that Al has towards the Lord, I suppose it is.
Yeah, it is a loss of faith, he says.
Yes. Which makes sense. Well, for a young boy, like he was 10 years old when that happened-ish.
Mm-hmm.
So Tony, wearing sunglasses in a confessional booth, is drawing a gun. What is it? How do you say it? Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned.
Well, the context for Tony, yeah, right.
And it's been 10 years since my last confession, and I've killed 2 people. Better make it 3.
Right, 2 people. And then I'm going to make it 3 so far. But in a previous scene, Joey was his little brother. The context for it is that before their dad died also. So there's lots of dads dying in this episode. Tony's dad died, but not from cancer. This Tony's dad died from a suicide. And
Oh, right. Yeah. Tony found his dad.
yeah,
He was hanged.
that's
He
why
hanged himself.
there are so many different issues in this episode. There's PTSD, alcoholism, kids smoking,
Kids
dad
smoking.
dad
Murder.
dad's committing suicide, mom's abandoning their children. It's it's murder. Yeah, and murder.
And murder.
All of these things.
Yes. And some reckless driving later. Like, I don't know how many things you want to pile on to this is the most one of the most overtly religious.
It is that Grand Theft Auto by a priest.
It is. No, but this gets great. Like, we already had a kung fu fight with two priests in a bar. And then now we have an assassination attempt. Like, it's not played for jokes. This isn't like when Sam was the private detective in San Francisco. This is heavy stuff.
Yeah, this stuff is happening and it's a fact and you got to deal with it.
Yeah. And so someone starts shooting at Sam. And he hears the the pullback of the hammer and sort of drops to the floor, but I guess he gets grazed.
Yeah, so Sam gets hit. It looks bad and Al is worried.
So worried that he would fall to his knees and pray.
He even tried to hold Sam, but of course he couldn't.
That was a nice touch. It is always nice when we acknowledge Al's hologramisms.
Mm-hmm. And so now that Sam inadvertently stopped Tony from killing Mac. So now he's got to stop Mac from trying to kill Tony.
Yes. Well, and we do have a witness that it was Tony. Albert, standing in the back there, he knew that he saw Tony. And so, and also it allows for this delirious Sam to speak to Al in public in front of multiple witnesses, because thank heavens there's an Albert there.
Exactly.
Yes. So apparently it's but a flesh wound. They never really describe what happened. He has a gash on his head. It's nothing serious. You're just dazed. Get up. Ziggy says you're fine.
And Al prays for Sam.
Yes. And
Sam is okay.
Yeah, when Sam wakes up, he does give the thank you to the Lord. Anyway, meanwhile, back at the rail yard, Mac has taken a gun, taken Tony to the rail yard, to the spot where Sonny died, was killed by Tony. And yeah, he's gonna hold him there on the
there's the Grand Theft Auto.
Right? There's the Grand Theft Auto priest. Yeah, that's dope. That's one of the best things. That's got to be if you could send that, or it's on Al's place, isn't it?
Yeah, it's on Al's place for this episode.
I will check it out. I will check it out then. Thank you so much.
Yes, I did not get the slides today. I got them from Al's place.
Thank you so much to Al's place.
Mm-hmm.
But thank you, Jill, for getting them together. That's great. It's much more fun to talk about this when I can see what I'm remembering.
Right.
Don't you like it?
I do.
Great. That's, and it was better when he had the collar in and the gun. But I'll take this one. This is
right. This is after he's ripped the collar out because he doesn't want to murder as a priest. So he takes off the symbolism.
Yeah, which is a nice touch. Does he say it out loud too? Does he say, "I'm not going to wear this thing"? I don't think he does. I think it's just
I don't know.
As he's soliloquying about, you killed him and you don't deserve it. We both deserve to go. We're going to hell. It's very Lee Van Cleef. It's great.
Yeah, but Tony does say, "You're a priest. You can't do this."
Mm-hmm. Oh, and so that's when he takes it off. Yes. Hey, Cardinal Sin is here. Ahoy.
Hey, Cardinal Sin. Hello.
We're just watching a priest about to execute a young man. So Sam shows up just in the nick of time. And see, it's not, you're either going to get shot or you're going to stay on the tracks. this is the option that Mac has decided. This is the fate of Tony.
I think I'd go for the bullet than the train, because the train is definitely going to kill me.
That's a real tough choice. I don't know. I think that Mac is so mad he would probably shoot me in the chest, and then the train would run over me.
Both would happen, probably.
Yeah, you're just getting that. Oh, heavens. Thank you, Cardinal Sin. Very nice. Ahoy for a toonie. Great show. Hail at Scotty R37 and at Antiderivative Jill. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Cardinal Sin.
So, long story short, we do talk Mac down. He's allowed off of the tracks. He doesn't die, does he? I don't think so.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't die. Tony doesn't die. He confesses to what he's done, and Mac does not kill him.
Right. No, I know. Anyway, so we do get a confession, although I would call this under duress, Your Honor.
Badgering the witness? Maybe?
Perhaps. He would have said anything. But it doesn't matter. We're on the first day of the rest of Mac's life. Right. Because he woke up early because he wanted to get some working out before Mass. And he said it's kind of weird not drinking anymore since yesterday.
He quit drinking.
He did quit drinking. He says, I've used that crutch for 10 years. And so, yeah. It's he's redeemed, and then
he'll be there for another 20 years.
Yes.
He'll do some boxing stuff, and Tony, there
are a couple of Golden Gloves. Yeah.
All right. But Tony doesn't hang, so he doesn't get the death penalty, but he gets time.
Okay.
And then he goes on to do something good with his life, but what that is, we never know.
I'll just generically say he went on to do something positive eventually.
He made something out of his life.
Oh, good. He did kill 2 people. But I suppose you pay your debt to society.
Right. Exactly.
And yes, all is well. There's no real even punchline that happens.
There's no punchline. There's not really a moral, even though they give us like 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 different kind of societal issues, the drinking and the child abandonment and the subsequent murder.
Yeah.
Yep.
Suicide.
It's short and simple.
Yep.
About a man who was unhappy about the terrors he witnessed in war, returned home and tried to reconcile the guilt by becoming a priest. But however, he witnesses that murder. And so then, of course, all that stuff happens. And so he ends up having to almost pay for that. I know.
But it's also like originally he himself gets murdered.
Originally, yes. That's how it ended.
Right. So anyway.
Yeah, so we get kids smoking, PTSD, leading to alcoholism, neglectful and suicidal parents, leading to a misdirected youth, robbing a convenience store that leads him to murder, and Al all of a sudden doesn't have faith because praying couldn't save his dad.
Oh no, this is like a Deep Space Nine episode. Why did you have to bring the prophets into it? Yes. No, that's what this is. It is pretty harsh. And then the leap line isn't even all that big of a deal. Like, oh, wait, no, it is. Because then Sam says, you prayed for me. And then that's when
That was it.
So.
That's all we get out of the episode.
Whoever's controlling the leaps has a panache for perfect timing as to when to leap. I'm still trying to figure out if there is a viable Sam Becket costume for Halloween. Like if you just wore head to toe white, but how do you get the smoke to rise on cue?
You just have to pick whichever outfit you like the best and go to Al's place, and it has everything listed there. All of Sam's outfits, all of Al's outfits.
Nice.
You're good to go. Al's place saves you on everything. It has way more information than the wiki ever does.
Well, that's good.
Hmm.
For all your Quantum Leap needs, go to Al's place.
Agreed.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't think that's not an episode I'd necessarily watch again.
Either. No, normally you get a really good feeling watching Quantum Leap, and this one was missing that somehow.
Well, it was just kind of, I don't know. It was it was a procedural murder.
But it
It was
wasn't even
almost
a
like
mystery.
a revenge movie. It was like who's gonna kill who.
Oh, a revenge.
It wasn't a who done it. It was a when are they gonna do it. Anyway, we're on to greener pastures now because we have a young model being duped into celebrity through the vices of drugs.
And there always has to be a lion around for some reason.
Hey, this is the first lion we've seen, I think.
No, in this
was there another
episode.
lion in
Oh,
Quantum?
no, but I mean in almost every photo shoot, all but one of the photo shoots, there's a lion.
Well, if you have a lion for the week, you might use the lion whenever you can. I can't believe that they didn't have the lion do more.
Oh, okay, I see what you mean. Where they could hire the lion, but they had to hire it for a certain number of shows.
Mm-hmm. Or they did all the it's a weekly TV show. I don't know how long it took to produce an actual episode of Quantum Leap, but I would assume it took about a week.
Oh, I didn't mean in real life. I meant for the photo shoot.
Oh, I mean in
The
real
pretend.
life. I'm going on the meta level and saying like the people who made this episode of Quantum Leap, they had a lion, so they put it on every set. Like you had to rent the lion. You might as well get your money's worth. It's a 1-week episode. This is the only episode of Quantum Leap with a lion in it that I know of. I wish Dalek were here.
I think, well, so far, it is the only lion that I can think of myself.
All right. I will mark this down as a red letter day. When did this episode premiere?
Well, it first aired, One Strobe Over the Line first aired October 19th, 1990. It was written by Chris Rupenthal and directed by Michael Zinberg. And so Sam leaps into Carl Granson on June 15th, 1965, on Tuesday in New York City, New York. And in reality, some parts of this episode were filmed at Disney Ranch.
Oh, really? Cool.
Yeah.
Hey, Simone is here. Lions make everything look majestic. It's a true story, especially if you're doing a photo shoot in 1960. Is this one in 1969?
65.
Damn it.
I just told you.
I know. I was misdirected. I was looking up lions.
Oh, how much?
How much it cost to rent a lion in 1990? No, I
Not
didn't
only
get there
how
that
much,
quickly.
not only how much to rent a lion, but how many days you have to rent it in order for it to be worth it for the lion trainer.
Well, where do you get it from? Do you think that there are lions just on hand in Los Angeles? Now that I say it out loud, I kind of think yes.
I don't know. There's a big cat sanctuary.
Where?
I like to watch sometimes. I don't know where it is.
So do you like how do you rate the performance of the lion?
He was fine.
I thought he was great.
Yeah, he was great. Yeah, he was perfect.
Oh, and what is and the lion's name is Snowball. So it is adorable that this giant cat has a kitten's name.
Yes, and Sam leaps into Carl, a photographer.
Yes, high fashion.
And who is very clumsy.
Well, he's overwhelmed by the lion, Jill. He just showed up in front of a lion.
And everybody's growing impatient with his slow work.
Yes.
And Sam still cannot find his feet. I guess because of the lion.
Yeah, I'm thinking like I wouldn't consider myself a coward, but if I was dropped into a situation, it was like, oh heavens, a lion. I would have a little bit of skittishness.
And there's our mirror reveal for Carl.
Handsome man.
Yes. With the mane is as impressive as the lion's.
Nice. Who did it better, Snowball or Carl? See, even Sam's taken aback by the beauty of the reflection.
Right, he gets admonished for it too.
He does.
He says,
So,
somebody says vanity is boring.
but this lady here, that's Helen, the woman standing, and it's Edie who's sitting down.
Helen, the drug pusher, and Edie,
And
the model.
The model. The country is a chicken coop model.
Edie is played by Marjorie
Monahan.
Monahan. She's 6 feet tall, which is probably why she got this role.
Mhm.
Because fashion models are usually between 5'10" and 6 feet tall. And at one point in her career, she was being considered for T'Pol in Enterprise.
Oh my.
In Star Trek Enterprise. And she was also in one Star Trek Voyager episode called Heroes and Demons.
Ooh. Heroes and Demons. Is that the one? Is that like a season 1 episode?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't get that far in my
Heroes and
research.
Demons. I think I thought Heroes and Demons was the
season
first
1.
Time. Yeah, it's the first time that the Doctor chooses a name and he decides he's going to be Schweitzer, and she plays the Viking lady.
And he's in the holodeck during Beowulf.
Right.
Or Beowulf. Okay.
So that's a great episode. That. Good for you, Marjorie Monahan.
Definitely.
And thank you for the Star Trek trivia, Jill.
You're welcome. I found it.
You did. Like it. Every episode has a Star Trek actor in it. That's also part of the best part. Like Todd Michaels. Well,
right.
Leap of faith of the heart.
Captain Archer is always there if we got nobody else.
Mm-hmm. Dean Stockwell was on Enterprise. They're both. Every episode has 2 Star Trek actors.
But yeah.
So I don't understand I would be absolutely flabbergasted and flummoxed if I looked into the viewfinder of a camera and everything was upside down. My brain would break for a moment, and then I would realize, oh no, you can just turn it upside down. Like it'll be fine. But
right, I would think that the camera was upside down and that I had to fix it.
I don't know. Any photographers in the audience? Is there a camera, or was there a camera that was with an inverted image, or if that's just the natural happenings of a lens? I don't know.
I've never used a camera like this.
Neither have I. Some people may have. I hope. If not,
somebody has.
I will Bing it later. Thank you. So,
but Edie she's pressured to keep doing this because she wants to make a better life for her family.
Yes. Well, we'll find that. So yes, and
she has a lot of cats.
She has a lot of cats. Wooster is the first cat, and then now the rest of them. She could afford a better place, but she is, as Jill mentioned, you're saving up for you're gonna get farm equipment, all the farm equipment my father could ever need, and I'm gonna send my sister to college first, whatever her last name is, Lansdale, to go to college.
And then they shove in a leaping joke in there.
Yes.
About Wooster. Just like he leaped in out of nowhere. You got to be careful when you do that. I always tell myself.
A lot of cats in this. I never actually picked up on it until right now. We start off with a lion, and then we get like a herd of cats. But there's a little bit of sort of flirtiness going on.
Yeah, you can always tell when Sam really likes the lady, and he likes her.
Yes. But he goes back to his apartment, his loft. I assume this is his loft, right?
Yeah, right. He was at her place. Now he's at his place. Just like it's like he teleported.
Right. There's no interstitial. There's nothing that happens in between. There's no transitionary scene. No, he did not travel. He walked through one door and then walked through this one, and I was like, "Are they neighbors?"
Yes.
But no, I don't think so.
Okay.
No. So anyway, Al's already at the apartment or the loft. And he's having fantasies. Oh, this is Al being a perv on the bingo card, I think.
Dirty old man.
Dirty old man.
Mhm.
Just because he's
Definitely.
like, oh, maybe you're going to be shooting for Playboy. Maybe you're going to shoot the first Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition.
Well, because Carl is a high fashion
fashion.
photographer. He worked for
Yes.
Vogue, Harper's Bazaar, and
Mhm.
Life.
Life. Eat it by the bowl, Phil.
Mhm.
Sorry,
And
it's a
then we
Mad Men
learn
reference.
about Edie.
Yes. Oh, and
And
also there is a lot of interaction regarding Edie and Sam, just because they're sharing tales of the farm.
oh, right, they were both. And then she says, "Didn't you grow up in Queens?"
Mhm.
And then, so he has to say that his cousin is on a farm or somebody.
Yes.
And we learned that he has cats. He has cats too.
Donder and Blitzen.
Right. So that's some extra Sam history for this episode.
Yeah, but it also contradicts the last two episodes, the first two episodes of this season. I didn't see any cats.
Oh, he didn't have when he went home.
Yeah.
Well, there were barn cats. He didn't really like love on them or anything, but anytime he went to the barn, they were there.
Okay.
I'm just filling it in.
I like the headcanon. It's fine. They didn't film everything during that leap, and maybe he saw Donder and Blitzen when we weren't watching.
Right.
Yeah. Anyway.
And so Edie works for Helen.
Yeah. The drug dealer.
The drug dealer.
Drug pusher. Not shark and
well,
stockings.
she's not. Yeah, she's a pusher, not a dealer. I don't know that she deals. She seems to know a lot about them, but
well, she knows how to keep models thin and peppy.
And this is where Ziggy tells Al that Edie's going to overdose on pills and alcohol combined.
Usually, yeah. And this is the weird thing, and I know that we do have a common acquaintance who doesn't like the use of the word drugs as a blanket statement. I never understood pills as being like, oh, they're on the pills, they're pill poppers. It's like, well, what pills?
Okay, like, so it seems they said amphetamines at one point. So speed,
yeah, but there are also downers. Like, I guess she is on a multitude of medications.
I'm really only using the language that the episode itself gives me.
Makes sense. So we're just going to call them pills, and I'm fine with it.
We can call it speed, but then later on we find that she combines the downers and the uppers in whatever concoction that she thinks is right for the situation.
I'm going to call them what Helen calls them. I'm going to call them black beauties.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's Helen.
Yes.
And oh yeah, Sam's pretending this is actually a learning moment montage where Sam learns to be a little bit more passionately involved in what he's doing in the leap. He's being coached by Al as per the norm.
Right, because of course Al used to have photographer friends in New York.
Yes.
Because Al's done everything.
Al is, yes, he has done everything. But this is really, it's kind of cool how they sort of play off of one another, because Al makes some lewd suggestion, I think once more, anyway, and Sam catches him, and so there's a little bit of interplay in that.
Yeah, Sam enjoys being a photographer.
Sam enjoys being a photographer, and so he's getting into it. He's enthusiastic. He's in, he's doing his job during the leap. It's great. Not his job, but what he feels he must do. It's not his, well, I don't,
yeah, it is.
His journey. He's doing his journey. Either way, they release a whole bunch of birds. Who let the bird?
He's getting creative.
He is. And everyone's loving it. And so they celebrate afterwards with a dinner with the investors, I suppose.
Yeah, sure. That's what they are. They just seem to be random corporate people. I have no idea who they are.
Clients.
They're just the guys with the money.
like, again, this sort of reminds me a little bit of Mad Men because they're in New York and they're kind of doing advertising. And I keep imagining like Don Draper or something to show up in terms of that. And so the clients and the whatnots, maybe they're making commercials for lions. Want to buy a lion?
Yeah. The lion is in every photo shoot almost.
I hope there's more pictures of that, of Snowball.
There is. Snowball's
Great.
in another one. So it's some kind of advertising campaign. We don't know what it is.
Right.
But it
Because
involves
Bernard
lions.
is the ad man. We haven't seen Bernard, but he's like Helen's sidekick.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, Helen.
And so Helen sexually assaults Carl.
I don't mean to laugh at that. It's interesting that you would put it that way, but it is accurate.
But she doesn't really see it that way because Carl is supposed to be having some kind of relationship with her, and he's not into it.
Well, she's also very jealous of Edie because
Right.
she feels that Edie is younger. I still think that Helen's still an attractive woman if she weren't so pushy.
Right. If she wasn't such a bitch.
Oh, really? You don't like Helen?
No, I don't like Helen. She's trying to kill Edie.
Not trying to kill her.
Yes, she is. She's saying she might be younger and prettier, but she won't be for long. No, not at the rate she's going. And the rate rate that Edie is going is being directed by Helen.
That is true. She is manipulating Edie into an early grave.
Yeah, because apparently, according to this episode, you can't be a good model unless you're constantly popping speed and taking amphetamines.
You know, it reminds me of the
coffee isn't good enough.
The Venus drug from Mudd's Women. It's just like, take this and you'll be pretty.
That's a good point.
Anyway. But it is exactly, it's like to keep her up and peppy, and then she's basically fallen into a cycle of chemical dependency. She needs uppers in the morning to stay awake, like to wake up, and then because she takes them, then she has to take sleeping pills at night to get her to sleep. And when she wakes up, she's groggy, as would happen. And so how do you fix that? Well, you take the speed and then you take the downer, and then you take the speed and you take the downer. And
then she has to do all these social events in which she has to drink. And then she's taking all of these different kinds of medications.
I hope she doesn't spray champagne on a lion.
That would be stupid.
That would be ridiculous. So,
that's what she does.
It is what she does. Spoilers. But so it has been a decision has been made. Sam is doing his best to try and sort of put Edie on the straight and narrow and get her off the speed and the downers.
But she's going through withdrawal. That's you do.
She is. She's really cold, but she doesn't want to turn up the heat. She doesn't want a blanket because it's too scratchy. Oh, and you skipped over like most of the.
I didn't.
No, you didn't make the
slides.
You didn't make the slides. No, we did. So there is a long. There's a weekend there. Edie has a lost weekend of being taken by withdrawal, and at one point she starts she goes and she finds her own stash of whatever it was that she needed at the time, and Sam stops her, and then they start to fight, but then that fight turns into we're gonna kiss, and she's like, kiss me, I want kisses. And then
don't you like girls?
Don't you like girls? Can you not even do it? And it was very withdrawal.
Yes, exactly.
Withdrawal, and I just want to have any sort of physical sensation kind of sex that you would see from an R-rated movie dealing with any kind of withdrawal. Anyway, Sam says no, because Sam.
Well, yes, but he does kiss her back for a while.
Yeah.
Before he
doesn't escalate it. He doesn't escalate it, because she wants to, and he's just like, no. So anyway, she sleeps all the way through Sunday, and then she shows up, and she's all cleaned up, and she's like, good morning. And Sam says, well, we got to go to work. And she's like, what are you talking about? It's Sunday. And it's like, nope, you slept through Sunday.
Right. You got to go back to Helen, who's who's
Yeah.
done this before. She's been responsible for the death of other models
Oh, right.
by
Yeah.
giving them pills. Yeah. So Ziggy mentions that Yvonne Moncrief almost died from an overdose of pills, and then it happened with Eileen Ford. And then also, there's a TV in this room that is playing a movie, and the movie is Double Indemnity.
Oh, nice. Crisscross. No, that's Stranger on a Train.
Well, it says here it was Fred McMurray
Yeah,
and
he was in the
Barbara
Shaggy
Stanwyck.
Dog movies. Barbara Stanwyck, yeah. No, Double Indemnity is one of the great film noirs of all time. I've never seen it. I would
Me
love to.
neither.
It's supposed to be a really good movie. So anyway, she's not naked. She's wearing one of those towel dresses that television shows have. Have you ever worn a towel like that?
Yes.
Fine, you're fancy. Anyway, so on
Well,
to the
it
damn shooting.
requires some origami.
Origami.
Yeah.
All right.
Towel origami.
Okay. Wouldn't that just be folding?
Yes, it's just folding.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm just picking things up.
No, it's fine. I'm just more curious. I'm going to start an online course for towel origami.
Well, they
so
do it with
Helen's
napkins. Why not towels?
I don't know, because I don't is fashionable origami. I'm glad we're talking about this during the fashion episode. But like, can you wear origami?
I don't know. Why not?
I'm going to look it up. Not now, but I will later on my own time. Sorry. So anyway, Helen's here, and Edie is what? Is she getting tired at this point?
Yeah, she needs some coffee.
She's
Can somebody
having coffee
bring me
with
some coffee with 2 sugars?
2 sugars, just like Chief O'Brien likes it.
But this is the point where Al makes it a point to say, not in a styrofoam cup. That stuff doesn't break down for a billion years. It's turning the planet into a paper cup. Styrofoam junkyard.
Yes.
Comes straight from hell. And of course, this bit of environmentalism was added to the script by Dean Stockwell.
Which makes total sense. This is, well, and for the era, and also for, this is becoming a trend.
It is. I can make a list
of the environmental messages that Al makes. That'd be cool.
There are the Black Beauties.
Yeah. I mean, no, don't do that. See, this is also just a weird thing.
No.
Like,
Bad,
look at the size of those things, and you drop them in a cup of coffee. Like, I would find those at the bottom of the cup of coffee. It's not like they dissolve. It's not their purpose.
Yeah, she'd have to open them up and pour the contents in the coffee.
Something like that. But I don't think that this is a situation where you can just drop the pills in. Like, those things were big.
They're horse pills.
Yeah. So that was a lack of believability. And if maybe Edie gets to the bottom of the cup and says, "Oh, fine, I've already had some of the plastic coating."
And so she had put not just the uppers, but also downers in her coffee.
Which is a weird choice.
It is.
I don't know. Maybe other people know.
I have no idea.
I don't either. Hey, Snowball!
What are they doing to Snowball?
They're doing a light. That's a light meter. They're checking to see in terms of the photography, because that is Andrew, who is Carl's assistant.
I see.
So, yeah, they're doing that, but Snowball doesn't like it.
Snowball doesn't like champagne in his face either. At first, he kind of does. He's like drinking it, but then it's too much for him.
This is crazy. Whoa. Go back. Okay, I have to explain what happened in this process, because this is a whole thing. All right. So go back one. There we go. So this is the scene, my friends. This is, we have a giant fan. There is a stream there. And in the middle, as you can see in the red dress, is Edie. She is doing all the things that you would expect from a person who has just had speed dropped into her coffee. So she's having a good time. She's starting to get frisky. She takes her hair down. It is initially up, and she starts dancing around. And then she's sort of playfully paying attention to Snowball. And then she picks up a bottle of champagne because don't forget, she dies of a mixture of drugs or pills and alcohol. So there's your alcohol. Um, she starts drinking it and shaking it up like it's a celebration and spraying. And she starts spraying the lion. She starts spraying the
I'm
lion.
surprised Ziggy didn't say that she died of a mauling by a lion.
Exactly. This took a turn. I have to say, when the lion became more than just being, oh, I guess they actually like. Seriously, there is a crane shot looking down on Edie, and I don't know if it's the actual actress. I didn't check to see the stunt performers, but of a woman being tackled or a person looking like a woman being tackled by a lion. It was great. I was like, when did this? Okay. So anyway, Edie runs away. The lion pursues. And it is standing on a table, and Al is standing between it. This is an image of the Snowball passing through Al's hologram. And I would like to point out a minor inconsistency in that animals can see Al. So why couldn't Al call off Snowball?
Oh, very good point. Al should have been able to direct Snowball. Absolutely.
Like all you needed is one line earlier in the episode saying, I like cats.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Maybe I didn't pay close enough attention.
No, you're right. You're absolutely right. This episode's completely ruined now.
It's ruined. This is an F. So anyway, no, it can't
Ziggy looks like a calculator.
It's true. It's not a good Ziggy this time either. Still making the best noises, but not the. No, it's not the classic yellow flashing hand or comlink handling. Anyway, again, Sam has skills based on seeing films. He's seen a lot of circus
where did
movies.
you learn that?
Circus movies. Well, it reminds me of the time that I did the Heimlich maneuver. I learned that from Quantum Leap. So there you are.
Well done.
I know. I was happy with it. So was he. Anyway, we're almost there. The shape is there. So Edie, she is crashing now. And Al is there with the ticking clock to find out how to best treat Edie. And it is to walk around because she is crashing. She'll relax so much that her heart will stop. We must keep her walking. And so they call an ambulance. And it's weird how there's like the rising ticker of, no pun intended, of there's a 42% chance that 43% chance that she's gonna live, Sam. And it's like, really? So the
it's
longer
changing in real time.
Yeah, and it was, like this is a very specific part of a malleable timeline. If he is in the future and he is seeing the calculations of making a woman walk around. Like maybe she had already died at that point, and so Sam making her walk around is making it climb.
Yes. Apparently.
So
he
there's
talks
like
to her about her family and pumpkin pie.
Pumpkin pie. No, the tri-state, because she her family has been just outside of Sam's family farm
right,
for
and
3 generations.
Sam remembers the Tri-County Fair at Wicksburg.
Exactly, where they have the big pumpkins and you can get some pumpkin pie. And she says, oh, I want some cold pumpkin pie. And then she's getting very, very cold. Anyway, the ambulance is on its way. Everything's fine. They show up.
Everything's fine, but also Sam calls Al a dog.
Yes. Well, he's thinking on his feet. He's trying to keep this lady alive. And actually, you know what? I would say that this was a matter of probably too late in the day. I don't know if it was poor direction or if it was just an omission, but there is a conversation about Sam referring to Al as a dog. And then Al says, well, fine. but I am insulted. And then Sam goes
Well,
on
because
to,
he references somebody named Al, and she's like, "Who's Al? He's my dog from the farm."
right. But as Sam goes on to describe Al, the dog from the farm,
The
he's
best
very
friend I ever had.
complimented. Best friend I ever had. And there's obvious performance from Dean Stockwell in the back where he's like nodding and thanking in a way. And I kind of wanted those shots in, because if they didn't do like coverage on Dean Stockwell, why wouldn't you? You come on. He's a great actor.
Yes.
So whenever there's an opportunity to sell the friendship, and again, coming off of the last 3 episodes, which were very Sam and Al centric, it's nice to know that in this one, it's back to business, I suppose. And yeah, we're still friends. We're still cool. You've seen, he's probably already forgotten. Swiss cheese brain.
Well, we never know when or what Sam remembers from
No,
episode to episode.
but his willingness to go into each life, I think, is like he has to have like he can't have knowledge of the past. Like his last leap, I don't think he has knowledge of his last leaps.
Why not?
I think that the memories of those leaps,
I
he's
have
aware.
seen no evidence that of what he remembers or what he doesn't remember.
No, it's completely random. So what do you, okay, I'm saying that when he leaps into a body, he remembers stepping into the accelerator, and then every leap for like the first 2 or 5 seconds, those are always his first leap, and then he remembers. And he remembers Al.
I don't
Like
think he leaps. I don't think it's always like it's his first leap. That doesn't make sense to me.
No, but no, but like, you know, when you wake up in the morning from a dream and you just have to reassess where you are.
Yes.
That's what I think that he has. He's like, where was I? What? And then
the brain damage is that severe?
He's traveling through time in other people's bodies.
I mean, it's
I
possible,
don't know.
but we don't have any evidence of any of this.
No, but it's interesting to suppose. Don't you want to suppose?
Sure. Okay, we can suppose that. I always suppose that he remembers everything that we've seen.
I don't think he has a clear memory. You know what? He probably has as clear a memory of the last however many episodes.
Yeah, I feel like the Swiss cheese part was a set thing that occurred from the first leap. And it...
Oh, so he just doesn't remember anything from the future.
Yeah.
But he's referenced the future. He did the twist with Chubby Checker. He just saw Sylvester Stallone and was like, oh my.
Well, he doesn't remember some of his past either. So all of that is set from the beginning, and anything that he forgets from then on, we have to be told. Otherwise, I assume he knows it.
So he remembers.
I don't have any reason.
But then why? Oh, all right.
The leaping does have an effect on his brain, but what effect that is, we're not exactly told. So how much he remembers is a mystery.
All right. Yeah, I guess. I suppose. So anyway, at this point, Helen is she's been exposed as a pill pusher.
Yeah, so everybody's running away from her as quick as they can.
She's going over and saying, let's make more deals. Let's do more things. She's acting like the crazy pill popper. I guess she would.
She is. She's desperate.
All right. And so everybody just basically walks away from her, and Sam walks away, and the last person to leave is Al. And he doesn't even walk away. He pushes a button so that he is transferred to wherever Sam is, because he couldn't put forth the effort to walk away from that yet. So yeah, no, I don't like Helen either. Anyway, Sam, not at all dressed like a high fashion photographer. For the first time in the entire episode, he's dressed like a farm boy. But then again, he's appealing to Edie, who is going back to the farm. She's going home.
She's going home.
So,
and some of the dates are kind of weird in this episode. It says it starts on Tuesday, but that's a bit of a problem. It would be better if it started on Thursday
Right.
because
Because then you do 2 days of shooting and then 1 day of or no, the weekend to get her off of the drugs.
and
And
so
then
we have Friday and Saturday missing.
right.
We know that she sleeps on Sunday, but there are 2 days. What happened?
Okay. No, you think there's 2 days? No, because
Well, because Ziggy says that Edie is supposed to die 3.5 days after the leap date.
right.
And
Yes. And that doesn't make sense for a Tuesday.
no.
Agreed. Then and that's the day, I guess. Well, if then the boo to the script, I say.
Well, sure.
That's bad writing.
It is. They missed some days.
Well, so did Edie.
That's true.
And so Sam is elated that Edie is going home. Like the sum up for the episode, Al says, and everything worked out. Everything's gonna be fine, Sam.
And oh yeah, that's all
fine.
he says. Everything's gonna be okay. It was even lazier than the last episode.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna stand by. Guys, come on. We just can't. Like, I guess maybe they're new. Maybe these writers are new. I haven't.
It's possible.
Guys, you got to have something better than and it all worked out.
And all was well.
So, but yes,
Chris Rubenthal.
And Sam says, "Yes, I know." And then Al's like, "How do you know?" And it's like, "Because she's going home, Al. She's going home." And then we do leap into next week's episode. It's not a rerun. It's not just a blank. Yeah. It is our Sam
Halloween?
leaps. You know what? It makes sense because we're on the 5th episode of the 3rd season, so that would have been around October. Yeah, this makes sense. Halloween episode, and Sam is reading a book by Witchcraft in America, and he's holding a red candle. He's wearing a cloak. And it looks like it's very spooky. And the date in the book is 1864, I think. And
1879.
So I will never get the dates right. Or the years. And so, right. We are moving on to there.
Well, they're kind of insinuating that he's leaped to 1879, but of course that's impossible. He can only leap within his own lifetime. So something else is happening.
I don't know. I don't know about that. I think that actually does happen at some point.
What? No.
I think it does. I think it's something.
The only science fiction rule that they have in this entire series is that he can only leap within his own lifetime. They better have a good explanation.
I don't know. I don't remember. I hear rumors. I hear things. So I'm guessing.
You've seen the series.
I've seen and I saw it when it was on TV in 1990. I watched it I don't recall a lot of these, and sometimes I didn't watch the episodes. Sometimes I skipped the reruns. So I'm still like, if you want to talk about Swiss cheese brain, when it comes to this show, oh my.
I have it too.
So.
But the last episode didn't really have any music, but this one had the Supremes. Yes. Had Stop in the Name of Love. Had You Really Got Me by the Kinks.
Yes.
Do You Love Me by the Contours, and The Locomotion by Liliba.
Everybody's doing a brand new dance now.
And Fingertips by Stevie Wonder.
Huh. I love it was a peppy episode. No pun intended.
The pun was absolutely intended and received.
It was great. I really enjoyed it. It was something, high fashion.
Well, it seemed that she was people. Yeah, true.
And they were all doing sort of petty things. And it was like, in the grand scheme of things, this leap is a low level, make things right that once went wrong. We're not this is the same thing that happened in the first episode where it's like they think you have to, or whatever episode it was. I think it might have been the finale of season 1. It was like, or the premiere of season 2. And it's like, you're here to topple rockets. You have to go and tell the general of the Pacific to not fire or something. And it's like, that's not why I'm here. I'm here to save this model who is more than likely going to overdose of pills and alcohol in approximately 3.5 days.
Well, it
It's a
seemed like she was.
low-level leap.
It seems like she was so desperate for money from this modeling job, but then at the end she kind of was just like, "Oh, I can go home and do whatever now." They don't even say whether or not she becomes a veterinarian.
They really should have said that she became a veterinarian. But
she just got caught up in the glamour of everything, and I guess that's what. I don't know what. I have no idea. Her character is not really very well defined.
Well, okay,
Except she has cats.
And yes, she does have cats. She loves animals, and she's a model. Well, and also, she was that Viking lady from the what, Angels and Demons and that Voyager episode. But I think that is season 3 going to be good? We're gonna have to check it out because
it's got to be better than these.
Well, it's only been 2 bad episodes, 2 out of 4.
And even a bad Quantum Leap episode is still kind of fun. So it's not like I was in pain watching these episodes.
No, it still made me happy. Like, I was surprised that I saw, Kung Fu priests, and I was surprised. Like, I didn't know how heavy the Jesse Spano I'm on speed episode was going to be. I
felt like maybe the plots weren't the best, but the writing and the dialogue were still very good.
Well, I think that the story and the morals, the characterizations, the actors are always given their best. Like, this is an anthology series with 2 main actors, so it's great. I really enjoy it, seeing where we show up next. But I really want Sam to leap into a chimp. I just want it to happen.
Oh, is that next week?
No, it's not for a while. I don't know when it's coming. I'll let you know when it's coming.
Okay.
Yeah. But no, next week there's some sort of Lovecraftian thing going on. And I don't even know what the second episode for next week is.
Right, that's what I was wondering if the second one was, because I know the first one is Halloween spooky time.
Well, hang on a second. Spoilers are actually promotion. Oh, so One Strobe Over the Line, followed by The Boogeyman. And it is a Halloween episode. It says so. It was aired on, it takes place on October 31st. And then while entered in the Miss Deep South beauty pageant, Sam must prevent a fellow contestant from posing for some nude photos and make sure his host comes in third in the contest. And that'll be the second episode on next week's In the Loop.
Oh, that reminds me of some trivia from this episode that I forgot about. Helen was played by Susan Anton, and she was a former Miss California.
Oh. Yes. Well, and I was surprised that you found Marjorie Monahan in Voyager, because I looked at Susan Anton and I was like, she must have been a Cardassian at some point. Like, even when I was watching the episode,
she'd be a great Cardassian.
She's a great Cardassian. So I was surprised. But yeah. Did you find, I have a question, and it may be catty. Did you find Marjorie's voice husky?
Yes, but I liked it.
Okay. I thought, and when you mentioned that she was considered for the role of T'Pol, I was like, that makes sense. Just in terms of
she could be commanding with that voice.
Exactly. Yes. Precisely. So that is fantastic. Jill.
Yes.
Do you have anything you want to share? Or
Share?
like promote, talk about your channel. You have a channel, don't you? You have a
I
YouTube
do have
channel.
a channel.
Are you still at
Antiderivative.
420 subscribers?
I got up to 423.
Yes!
And so on Tuesdays and Fridays at noon Central, I stream. On Tuesdays, I stream Star Trek The Original Series. Next Tuesday, we're going to review The Apple, Season 2. And tomorrow, I have a Friday show where I do whatever I want. And sometimes that's reviewing TV or movies or talking about some science stuff. And tomorrow, we're going to talk about UFO and some random things I find in science news.
Anything going on in the world of science right now?
I'm sure there is. I'm going to find out tonight.
It's a constant effort.
Mm.
That science. Anyway, I am Scotty R37. I hang out here. You talk to Kat. Last night we did Spider-Man Far From Home. Our next Spider-Man review is going to be No Way Home. And we're looking forward to that. Priming up for the Across the Spider-Verse movie. But I also get to hang out and play on Antiderivative Jill's channel when they talk about the Apple, because I love ball. And when Jill does whatever she wants, because I usually show up and play along, because it's fun. It's fun. Anyone who is listening to this, please subscribe to Antiderivative.
It's how I will one day get him to watch Stargate.
Yes, this is also a true story. Actually, it's been threatened before, but it's probably one of the only places that I'd watch Donnie Darko.
And you were the one who threatened that. You threatened yourself.
I always threaten myself. No one ever takes me up on my own threats. So, is it whose turn? Oh, Jill, it is. It's my turn. Oh, boy. Hang on just 1 second. We're still live. I wanted to thank Todd Michael, Matt G, Canadian Spider-Man, Cam's Crash Courses, Cardinal Sin, thank you so much, and Simone for being here today. I forgot that I didn't thank the chat. So sorry. What?
I also forgot the bingo card that you sent me.
Do you want to do the bingo card now?
We could.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Sure.
Let me grab it.
Okay.
Had it earlier.
Remember when we ended the show, guys? Forget about all that.
Yeah.
It's not important.
Bonus time.
Yes. This is bonus time. This is a second leap. So, okay. I gotta get rid of that thing.
Yeah, that thing's in the way.
I know. I'm getting rid of it. And how do we I know how to do it. Here we go.
What do you need to do?
This. And then we go. So, going from top left, Sam gets upset. Yes.
I got a better idea.
Okay. Can you wait, is there a way to do, can I make marker points on this? Oh, wait, you've got a better way.
I can.
Oh, you got it? Great. This is why we're teams. Okay.
Doesn't Sam get upset in every episode? Like,
yes.
He's an actor, so if he didn't get upset, it'd be a pretty boring episode.
Yes. But he does get upset.
He does. And is this bingo for both episodes put together, or are we doing each episode?
It's up to you. I'm going to say...
I think for each...
Let's color coordinate.
Okay.
So I would say orange for both.
Okay, so did he get upset in both episodes?
Yes.
Okay.
Like he was upset. Like he gets winged with a bullet in the head. Yes, he was upset.
I would be upset.
Yeah. And then also when Helen, sexually assaulted him.
Right, I would be upset there too.
Yes. Theme
Works for
song
me.
lasts 2 times longer than it should. No, didn't happen.
No.
Sam talks to himself, to Al, way too long in public. Both episodes, orange.
Al talks about old job. No, because he was talking about friends who were photographers in the second episode, and in the first one, no.
Yeah, he just says he spent some time in New York, and then also he talks about his childhood. So,
he has Ziggy percentages in both episodes.
yes, he does.
U.S. president is not mentioned in either episode.
True. Sam just can't get out of a situation. Like, that's another one.
That's like every episode.
Every episode. Yeah.
There's lots of freebies in this bingo.
Well, we'll get another bingo card next time.
No. This is a great. It's a great card. It's perfect.
There's sudden disdain in One Strobe Over the Line. Is there sudden disdain in
Leap of Faith?
No,
there isn't. We're the only the audience automatically hates Tony.
Right. So I guess green for one episode.
Green for
the first episode.
Oh, oops. Oh man, I made it yellow now.
No, you're fine. I would have accepted the yellow.
Okay, so green for which episode?
Leap of Faith.
Okay. I'm trying here.
You're succeeding.
There it is.
There we go. Al forgets he's a hologram and tries to help.
He does forget he's a hologram.
How? When he tries to pick up Sam?
Yes.
I don't think that he forgot. I think that was sort of a symbolic gesture.
He was just being emotional.
He was just being emotional. I don't think he was actually trying to.
Okay, so no, that one doesn't count.
Right.
Someone gets sexually harassed.
Definitely in One Strobe Over the Line.
Strobe Over the Line.
What about that lady was consensual, the one Tony was snogging with. So I guess purple.
Very consensual.
Let's go purple.
It happened again.
I know.
Need to learn.
I need to learn.
Okay, purple for
second episode.
The second episode, the Strobe episode. Al hits Ziggy. Oh, I don't pay attention closely to this one. Did Al hit Ziggy in both episodes?
I do, because it has one of my favorite sounds. So yes, definitely in the second one. I'm wondering in the first one, because he wasn't very playful. Al wasn't playful in the priest one. No, he does. He does.
He does?
I think he does. I'm going to say both.
Okay. So would you call a smock priest's uniform a uniform?
I would. Okay, it's a universal frock.
Sam saves a life in both episodes. That's the free card. That always happens, because you either save a life like from dying or from their life choices. So that's orange.
I like how we have different colors, like different dabbers. We are elderly people at a bingo hall. It's great.
Well, yeah. Well, we're playing bingo.
We're playing a couple of cards, Alice.
So Al acts like a dirty old man.
Green.
Oh, wait a second. Hold on. How does he act like a dirty old man in the first episode?
Oh, sorry, purple. You were right. I was wrong. I lost track of my color coordinating. Ripped off movie plot line? No, I wouldn't specifically say so.
Yeah, you're
Not
the
like-
expert there. I didn't notice any ripoff.
Yeah, they just seemed to be common dramas. Like they weren't anything that I thought. It's not like Good Morning Peoria where they were making like a
Or they also had a Casablanca episode.
exactly that kind of thing. It wasn't that.
Yeah.
Sam conveniently sees the current date. No, he is told by Al both times. He doesn't actually get to see.
Right.
Al does not mention an ex.
Actually, well, okay, yeah, that's right. They don't.
He talks about Tina, but
Tina is the current girlfriend, so.
I'm kind of thinking that Tina's like a lady of the night.
No, she's a co-worker.
Oh, right. Well, we'll learn more about Tina as we go.
Okay.
Sam really enjoys doing a chore. I don't know. Would you call the photography a chore?
Yes.
Then we have a purple.
And there's okay. Yeah, and he does not enjoy marrying people or doing confessionals. So purple.
The only confessional he's given, he got shot.
Right.
So
that's why he doesn't enjoy it.
Exactly. A mother figure is mean to someone.
That's definitely purple.
You think Helen is a mother figure?
I don't, but
I don't
Edie
either.
Edie does.
I don't think she does either.
Yeah. Okay.
Does she say it?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to pull up the quote for you.
Okay, well, we can get back to this. I believe you. I trust you. You don't have to show me.
Ever since I moved here, she's been like a mother. I owe her a lot.
Okay. Well, then it's an orange.
Wait, what's the mother figure in?
Those two sisters that were very condescending and mean. And that's
how do you know they're mothers? Oh,
I don't. Do you disagree?
Or
do you think?
I don't know.
Do you think that they're mother figures, or do you think that they're just?
I mess things up.
No, you're good.
I don't know. They just seem to be.
Okay, so just purple.
Just purple.
Okay.
I don't know that they're mothers, or being a mother figure. Well, I guess they are kind of, because maybe in their criticism they think they're helping. I don't know.
Well, they're very matronly.
Sure.
I don't know.
I want to keep it purple.
All right.
Sam does not sing, unfortunately.
Not neither ones. Al mentioned Ziggy both episodes.
Yes.
Sam gets mad at an animal. That is not a thing that happens.
No.
Sam leaves the person he's protecting alone. Yes. In the first one, in a green. He leaves Mac alone.
Well, he has to. Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, they're not bunking. So that's how that's going. Oh, my stars.
Sam saves the day. That's both episodes.
Both episodes.
Is there has to be an episode where only Al saves the day. Has that happened yet? Al acts like a backseat driver.
Al, this is very subjective. I don't know. I wouldn't say that he acts like a backseat. Okay, so let's define backseat driver. Like, remember when Al had the hologram to make it so that backseat driver implies do this. Sam, grab the rope. That's
I can't think of that occurring.
Well, no. And see, and I give too much credit to Admiral Calavicci, so doesn't look like any.
Yeah,
no bingos.
So no bingo. Wow.
Oh wait, no, wait. Yeah, like they all have to be the same color to be the right bingo, right?
Not necessarily.
If we have a cheaters bingo,
would've-
we have one.
If we would have had Al acting like a backseat driver, then the strobe episode would have won here.
Yeah, but what about we got the full vertical in the middle.
This one, these are separate episodes, so these are different.
So they're not going to count.
No, not unless we want to say both episodes count.
I like how you adopted the rules to this game as quickly as I made them up and forgot them. Thank you. I do appreciate it. So yeah. Hooray.
Hooray.
Almost a bingo. Hopefully next week.
Almost.
And so
we got a comment while that happened.
Yeah, Simone
says bingo is important.
It's true. Where do you think I got the bingo card? We need a different bingo card for next week, though.
No, do we? I think it's a good bingo card, but
there are a couple of them.
There are more.
No, if you want to play the same one, let's play this card through season 3, and then we'll switch when we get to season 4.
Okay, that's fair. Right.
Cool. All right.
Agreed.
So we already did the promotions. Do you prefer to do the promotions at the end, or do you care?
I don't care. I think we did it, and that's good enough.
We already did.
Come to my channel, Antiderivative That's my
I know,
name.
right? So thanks, everybody. This time we mean it. And Jill, I said it last time. It's your turn.
Oh boy.